Hello, Scorpio Sun, Cancer Rising. Welcome to your year ahead reading. My name is Tanya. I'll be doing the reading for you. I'll be pulling 12 cards, one for each month ahead from November through October, plus a card from the bottom of the deck for additional information or general theme for the year. I do read intuitively over the standard readings of the cards. So whatever comes to me intuitively, that's what I'll usually lead with or go with. Just so you know that going forward. And for you, with a Cancer rising, that means that people may see you as someone who is emotional. Your moods may swing with each moon phase, or depend on the phase of the moon or what's going on in the stars, if you will. You may be very family orientated, or at least that's how people perceive you. And very nurturing, too. Very fiercely protective of your family and your space. And that also means that most likely, not in all cases, but most likely your sun is in the 5th house, which is the house of creativity, of hobbies, things that you enjoy doing. So you may be someone who, as with Scorpio there, you could be someone who's very creative. You could be someone who is led or more attracted to doing their hobbies, more dedicated to their hobbies over their career or other things in life. You may have several hobbies or things that you love to do. And that may be where you find a lot of your friends, is through hobbies more than anything else. So let's see what the cards have for our Scorpio Sun, Cancer Rising members or viewers. Let's see what the year ahead has for you. All right, so we're starting out with November. This card is stalking all Scorpios, I think. December. January. February. March. April. May. June. July. August. September, October. You have a lot of major arcana cards. Let's see what we have on the bottom of the deck. The 4 of Pentacles. Okay, I'm going to take a moment to kind of see the overall spread here. I think your challenge or your main focus over this next year is going to be about taking control of your life or of your decisions, and not letting others make them on your behalf, if you will. Yeah, a lot of lessons around that, or a lot of focus in that area is what it feels like generally for you for this next year. For the back of the deck, we have the 4 of Pentacles. Pentacles are an earth element and can be about material things. And she's kind of clutching her purse, right? Holding her resources close to her, protectively. It's also kind of acting as a shield. So it could be for some of you that you use money in some way or resources in some way to protect you or shield you from others, from certain events. To keep yourself protected for some reason. Coming more from a state of fear or even a learned behavior. That might be part of what you need to overcome in this next year. Is not letting resources or your association to those resources lead your decisions or your choices over this next year. Not having that be the primary reason for decisions you make. Yeah. Coming to peace with that, coming to terms with whatever that behavior is that causes you to clutch at that and to focus so much more intently on that. Okay. Let's see what we have as we hit each month now. We're starting out here in November with the Empress, the third card in the Major Arcana. I probably mentioned this already, but you have a lot of Major Arcana cards, and those are about bigger life lessons, broader things, major changes and evolutions as you go through this next year. So we're starting right off with the Empress here in November. She is the mother card in the deck, very much Earth Mother. She's also associated with Venus, which is about luxury, about the nicer things in life, about sensuality, tactile almost things, like soft, fuzzy things, feeling them on your skin, that type of thing, touching, feeling. So you may be a very tactile person, and you may find comfort in those things that feel good on your skin, or that when you touch them are calming to you. Here in November, so this is a month to nurture yourself, to make sure you're being taken care of, to mother yourself is what I'm getting here. This could also very much kind of be you with your family with that Cancer rising, but it feels like it needs to be focused more on yourself. You need to make sure you turn some of that attention and take time for yourself to rejuvenate yourself. That's what I'm getting for you. This is not necessarily the typical meaning of this card, but that's what I'm getting for you for November. Alternatively, if we look at the typical meanings for this card, this is a card of expectation of creation. So you're nurturing something new or something that you're passionate about, and you're focusing your attention on that and helping it grow and build. That could also be for some of you what's going on or what needs to happen. But I feel it needs to be something that is very, very personal to you. And I am drawn to that moon, so make sure you pay attention maybe to the moon cycles or changes this month, and just observe your own emotions and how you're reacting or flowing with those changes yourself. And then we move into December with the Chariot card, another Major Arcana. This one is about taking control. You are the one who should be making decisions about where you want to go, what you want to do next. You do not, it should not be letting someone else guide your chariot, take the reins of your life. You're the one who needs to be in charge of those reins. You're the one who needs to pick the direction you want to go. And that's what December is about. So if there's something coming up in December that you really don't want to do, and you're doing it for the sake of family or for the sake of someone else, stop. Just stop. What do you want to do? That's what you need to do. Focus on that. Let them know, you know what, I'm not going to that this year. Instead, I'm going to do this. You know what might happen? Everybody else might be relieved too. You take the lead, because you may not be the only one who's feeling that way about whatever the event is or whatever's going on. You need to take charge of your life and what you want. And make sure you're attending to that and making those decisions that empower you. That's what December is about. And then in January, you got some quick moving action. We have the Eight of Wands. Wands are a fire element, so think of fire spreading, right? It just goes and goes and goes and goes. It whoosh, things whooshing up. Picture the flames in a bonfire. Always moving, right? Changing, evolving. Eight of Wands is a very quick moving energy. So it may be a very active month for you. There may be a lot of changes going on, or just feels like one thing after another, after another, after another, after another, after another. You just got to keep moving and keep pushing through. So take quick action, make quick decisions in January, or know that you're going to need to make several quick decisions in January, and be on top of it. Be ready. You know how you can do that? Make sure you're taking care of yourself and your own energy. Put those processes or something a routine in place for you to manage your energy or tend to your energy, and take charge and make your own decisions here. Take charge of your life, because then it makes it easier to make quick decisions because you know what you want and you can respond quickly. And then we're coming up into February with the moon. Another major arcana card. Yep, I'm going to say that several times. The moon is a shadow card, so it can be about secrets. So there may be something you learn, well, and it's the moon, which really suits your Cancer rising. It seems to be a theme for you so far. Surprise. This card in particular, though, is about secrets, about things that are hidden, or things that you can only see under the light of the moon, that fluorescent kind of thing, or phosphor. You know what I mean. Things that you don't see during the day until all the light is gone and you only have the moon shining down, and those things that glow in the dark, if you will, or only show up under a black light, for example, can only be seen under those conditions. So there may be some secrets that are discovered this month. It could also literally mean doing shadow work for yourself. Maybe you discover something about yourself, about why you have a certain habit, about a belief that you've had your entire life. You may discover that it was a false belief or a false idea about family or origins. Origins are in here for some of you. Somehow shedding light on that here in February. So some secret, some shadow, something is going to come to light, or you're going to be doing some shadow work, either way, that could change you at your core, because this is a major arcana card. It's going to feel, I'm not feeling any scary. For some of you, it could be a secret you weren't expecting about someone else that throws you off a bit. But for the most part, it feels like this is about self-discovery. And it ends or leads to some sort of very positive outcome. It's almost freeing in a way. It clears out some old karma maybe, or some old energy, maybe old anger that you've been holding on to, but you learn that it was what you understood was not what was actually happening. So it's shadow work. And shedding light on something that has been kind of niggling at you underneath in the dark. I haven't said that enough. It's a positive outcome, but it's going to be a very deep month. A month of discovery. And then we have March with the Six of Cups. Cups are about our emotions and intuition. The Six of Cups in particular is about reminiscing, about memories. So it could be just another, again, a reflective month, but more on positive memories, fond memories. Maybe it's a little mini family reunion, or somebody you haven't seen in a while, and you guys just happen to meet up that month. Let's meet for dinner, or let's meet for coffee or tea, or coming over to my house for the day while you're in town, and you just get into that. Oh, remember when we did this and that and this, and oh, it was great, it was fun, it was amazing, we should do that again, etc., etc. That kind of energy. So very much, it's good energy, it's positive, and it does very much feel like getting together with someone from the past and just rehashing, not in a negative way, but just talking about all the good stuff you did as a kid, or ideas you had, etc. Laughter and memories in March. In April, we have the Knight of Cups. Again, cups with the emotions. For me, knights are like they've just graduated college, so they have the book learning, but they don't have any experience yet. So they're out, they're lighthearted, they're out for fun and learning, so they're not mature yet. They're still figuring things out, figuring out what they really want. They're eager for all the different experiences, though. So this could be you, especially after the shadow work and some other things, having this sense of emotional freedom and kind of dealing with how that feels. Well, what does that mean now? This thing that I always thought was true is no longer true. What does that mean for me now? That frees you up in some way to do something you never would have done in the past. So you're eager to explore that. That's for some of you. For others of you, this could be someone that comes into your life in April. And the advice here would be don't take them seriously. It's a lighthearted thing. It's flirting. It's just a friendship type thing. And it may not even be a long-term friendship. It's probably a short-term thing. So just know going in that this is not going to be a serious relationship. Not at this time. It's all about fun. It's all about trying things. It's about experience. It's about just fun. So have some fun in April. And then into May, we have another major arcana card. This time the High Priestess. So in May, what they want you to do is really do some meditation, some internal, just sitting with stillness or finding a way to connect with your soul, with your spirit, in whatever meditation or whatever form meditation might take for you. That does not always mean sitting quietly somewhere. It could be, if you're someone who prays, it could be doing the rosary. It could be reading verses in the Bible. Or it could be literally meditating. It could be mala beads. It could be taking a walk out in nature. It could be taking a bath with candles and whatnot. But do some form, really focused meditation on trying to become still in some way in your mind, trying to still the mind to allow your intuition to provide information for you, to allow your intuition to blossom more and build a trust with it, to connect with yourself and with the divine, and feel that connection between you and the divine and the earth, that energy as it flows from earth to you, to divine, and the other way around too. And enjoy that energy, absorb that energy, connect with your soul. That's for May. For June, another major arcana card. Have I said I'm going to say that a few times? One more to go. 2 more to go. The Strength card. So this is almost like there's a battle between your inner warrior and your inner angel, right? The good and the bad, but they're not bad. Neither one are bad. Neither one are good. You have a very fierce side, a very protective side. Sometimes that could come out as very intimidating to others when you think that someone that you love and that you want to protect is being threatened in some way. You need to make sure that your compassion extends to the person you may be perceiving as a threat. This is not where I thought that was going, but that's where it's going. To extends to the person you're perceiving as a threat. You want to make sure you fully understand the entire situation and look at both sides of it before making any judgments, before taking action. So this is saying don't act instinctively, don't go right away and shove somebody away. You want to say, okay, wait, everybody pause. We need to, what did you do? What did you do? What's going on? Why did you do this? Why did you react that way? Etc. You want to come to more of an an understanding of what's going on by all parties, and you want to lead that discussion and be that example rather than being a lashing out back and forth and escalating the situation. That's what I'm getting for you here for June. The Strength card is very much about compassion, because here, so going to a different kind of flow, the lion would normally not protect the lamb, not in nature. The lamb is a meal, normally in nature. But having control and acknowledgement of that side of yourself, having compassion, such a deep well of compassion within your soul, within your heart, that you can control that. And the lion trusts you, and the lamb also trusts you. So it's reconciling both sides of the personality there and having that compassion for both parties, both sides. And then we're back to the same message, of course. Okay. That was June. In July, we have the Emperor. Another major arcana card. Surprise. The Emperor is essentially a lot of times thought of as the father of the major arcana, of the probably of the tarot. And for me, this is about boundaries. Boundaries for yourself. And I know he's holding a chess piece there, but when you think of a chess board, it has a very defined set of parameters, right? There's a lot of different strategies you can move around on it. But once you step outside, once somebody is kicked out, they are outside the boundaries of that board, right? They can no longer participate. You need to set up some firm boundaries for yourself that you follow about how far you're willing to go, what are your boundaries, what will you accept and what won't you accept from others, and you need to stick to them. So July here is going to be you taking not taking a risk, taking stock of your relationships and setting out some clear boundaries around changes that you want to see happen, or how you want to change how you react or act in response to any challenges to those or interferences for those. And the boundaries are for your own protection, to keep you in line and to help you navigate those relationships. Because yes, the Emperor can be strict, right? He is in charge. He is the top dog, the leader. He's also the father. There's still a nurturing aspect there. So his intent is protection. He's setting boundaries for your protection. If you push past those boundaries, that's when you could get hurt. There's a reason for the boundaries. He will adjust them as you grow, as you learn, but at certain stages, he's keeping you protected and keeping you safe. That's what the boundaries are for. And that's what July is going to be about, making sure, and it may be a specific person maybe that you need to set those up. I feel a lot of it, though, is you, because you cross your own boundaries and you allow things you shouldn't be allowing. This goes back to this Chariot. You need to take charge. You need to be in charge of what you're going to accept and what you're not going to accept. And that's going to help what the boundaries will help with. Not just others, but for you. Then we come into August with the Three of Pentacles. This is some community project, something you're going to work on with a team of people. 3 people or a community. 3s are about community. But each of you has a specific set of skills or something to bring to the table to make this a success. So I feel a little bit like this is just working on a committee to help come to a decision about something for the community, or to come up with a plan. So getting involved somehow with the community here. It's something you want to do. This is something you want to do and you're excited about doing. This here could also be about time boundaries. So taking stock of what time you have and making sure a clear schedule or plan is set up so that you can do this and you have time to work on this project that you want to work on for the community with these other people. Because it's going to be outside of the norm for you, an extra project, etc. But it's something you want to do. So that's where now we're going back here, and that's what this feels like. This is related to that time boxing in a way kind of thing. So a community project or something that you want to do here starts in, or this is when you get involved in it here in August. You're looking forward to it. Look, see? Here we are in September. The Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups is about being proud of the work you've done. And in this case, this is a cup, so it's our emotions and our intuition. And it's really about feeling that success. So this is going to have a very successful outcome, right? It's going to have momentum to it. And you're just going to be so, so proud of the outcome of that. And don't hide it. There's no need to hide it. Be proud of who you are, of what you've done, of what you've accomplished, of the fact that you've taken charge. You've made some big discoveries about yourself. You've gotten more in touch with your compassionate side, with the darker sides of you. You're putting up boundaries, again, taking charge, making decisions for you that serve and nurture you and bring you life. September is all about embracing that and acknowledging it and feeling the pride in a job well done. Feel that pride. Really take it in, really suck it in. This is a lot of gold or yellow energy, which is about the solar plexus, which is where our confidence is. Such a burst of confidence, such a feeling of complete and utter confidence in what you're capable of and what you've done. That's in September. Celebrate it, enjoy it, suck it all in. And then we come to the Judgment card, another major arcana card. It's okay, it's the last one. Haha. Okay, yeah, some darky humor. The Judgment card it means that you're leveling up, essentially. For you, this means leveling up. You're ascending. So it's a beautiful transition as you go throughout this year. Once you really manage to take charge of your life, you're breaking this generational almost curse or generational behavior. And I think that's why this comes in, is you're going to find out the reason for that and what causes that, and you're able to work through that and learn more about yourself, especially since you start taking charge of your life, and at the same time you're making sure your needs are met, that you're able to follow your passions, that you are able to not be reactive and look at the bigger picture, figure things out from a more peaceful standpoint, from a compassionate standpoint, instead of lashing out and reacting. All of this is culminating in some major spiritual and life shifts for you. It's a beautiful growth. And the Judgment card is the culmination of all of this over this last year. It's a leveling up. You're going to feel, I keep tapping on my chest here. You're really going to feel it there. So October next year is just going to be basking and recognizing how far you've come and really feeling it and breathing. Just, life is so good. Look at all I've done. Look at what I can do. Look at my power. The power I have over me. The power I have to do what works for me. It's really good energy and really good vibrations for you. And October is going to be about feeling that, being present with it. Being present with that feeling of joy. That's how I can describe it. It's just joy. But such a such a connection and such a feeling of growth, of connection to the divine and to the earth. Beautiful. That's what I have for Scorpio Sun, Cancer Rising. Please hit that like button and please hit subscribe and help me grow my channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you later.